What's up, everybody? I'm Bua, and we are here at Les Germains. We're having the best time ever. We're going to break it down for you, so get ready.
Welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
Second time.
Second time.
Yeah, I'm not a virgin to Toronto. I've actually had a little experience. You know what I'm talking about.
Tell me why you're here. What are you doing?
I am doing an amazing show hosted by Red Bull and the legendary, notorious Russell Peters.
Fantastic.
At Red Bull headquarters, so I'm extremely excited about it.
That you were a breaker.
I was more of a popper.
More popper.
Yeah,
okay.
I was more of a popper, but I was a b-boy as well, because in New York City back in the days, you did everything. Everything was one thing. It was an amalgamation of all cultures.
I understand you were also around for the, I guess you would say, the inception of hip hop.
Yeah, I was like second generation Inception.
What was that like? What was the time like?
You know, it was a culture when it was just this visceral, raw, wild, wild west Dodge City culture. It didn't have a name. It wasn't defined. It was just this energy that was positive. And it was really profound, and it was really beautiful. And it was before anyone called it hip hop. It just was, it just was. You know, like, he was a graph writer, he was a street poet, he was a b-boy, he was an MC, he was a DJ. And we just did it. All of the elements, and it was just done because we wanted to do something positive. The first time I ever saw b-boying, I was like, I don't know what that is, but I need to be a part of that. Because it's just cool. It was like jazz, right?
Yeah.
Jazz was cool. So people are like, I don't know what it sounds like, what that sound is, but I want to be a part of that. I want to listen to that. It was the same thing.
Incredible. And when did, so I mean, obviously this was back in the day, I guess we'll say.
It was like 5 years ago, but yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm kidding.
When did that start to transfer over? When did you start to express, I guess, your connection to this movement with art?
Well, I was always a painter. I was always, my mom used to hawk her goods in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So as a young artist, I learned that not only do you have to be a good painter, but you have to be a good hustler.
Yes.
So it was, if I was going to get into art, it didn't matter if you were good, it didn't matter if you were bad, you just had to be, whatever you were, you had to be, you had to sell it, and you had to rock it.
Yeah. Would you pass that piece of advice, or I guess that mentality on to somebody nowadays, a present artist who's present, who connects with your aesthetic and wanted to, I guess, kind of create the same vibe or movement that you're...
No, I would say that in today's age, because art is used a lot less than it used to be, used to be a time and place where you had guys like Norman Rockwell, Leyendecker, Sunbloom, Andrew Wyeth, N.C. Wyeth, people filling up Howard Chandler Christie, Charles Dana Gibson, old illustrators, magazines. Every single thing was illustration, and every single thing was painted. Now it's all digital, photography, you know, and graphics. Yeah. So there's just a lot less illustrators able to survive. So your hustle game has to be way more.
Like being present for all the changes, and how has it changed your work as shifts in the hip hop movement have come up, and street culture, and even streetwear, all these kinds of things? How have you felt like you can move with it? Do you still feel connected to artists today, rappers and MCs? How do you feel about it now, or having gone through?
I think that it's obvious, and it's so different. And there's like, you listen to the radio, and I listen to pop radio all the time because I have a 9-year-old, and it's like the same stuff over and over again. Katy Perry, whoever. It's just over and over again. So I think the underground is swelling because of that, and I think you're going to have a whole new movement, and you always do. Yeah. Anytime you have a different take on culture, it's brewing. We just don't know what's going on. Even though you and I might be tastemakers and think we have the ear to the streets, I didn't know Odd Future was going to break and all of a sudden kind of change the landscape. I didn't know some of these people, and that's the same with street art, and that's the same with any kind of movement. I just don't know what's going on. Even in the club scenes, like, I don't even think they know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, the club scene has changed since I started clubbing 10 years ago.
Exactly.
I feel